Let's get straight into our top story because, of course, we begin with those celebrations right around the country as we welcome in a brand new year. Sydney, of course, stealing the show and packing the harbour, partying into 2025. Sending off 2024, a countdown welcomes the new year. The Emerald City lighting up in front of 1 million people around the harbour. A waterfall of fireworks cascades off the bridge. 1,000 pyrotechnics set off from the Opera House sails and into the night sky. In Melbourne, celebrations at the stroke of midnight. 27 skyscrapers in a kaleidoscope of colour setting off a dazzling display. Some starting the new year with a bit of romance. Half an hour later, the new year fell over Adelaide. Hundreds at Glenelg Beach partying into the night. Before Brisbane went off with a bang. And the glitter strip on the Gold Coast lived up to its name. Perth, the final city to wave goodbye to an Olympic year which had it all. Australia once again showing the world how it's done.
Now we're going live to a man who almost certainly pulled an all-nighter. Today, Sydney reporter Jack Hahn on the harbour. Jack, what a night it was.
Thank God for TV makeup. I tell you what, Dr. Nick, good morning to you. I might need some of your tips a little later on. Some people pulling an all-nighter right now is a yacht that is cruising under Sydney Harbour at the moment, and I can hear the music from here in the rocks. So they're going to have a sore head later today when they wake up sometime this afternoon. Yeah, what a way to ring in 2025 for the first time in history. Fireworks not only fired towards the eastern side of Sydney, but also towards the western side of Sydney. So that gave more than 1 million people a chance to soak up the celebrations, but a real party was held down at the Opera House with international singing superstar Robbie Williams helping us ring in the new year, and here is part of his performance.
One more time, come on, baby. Entertain you.
Out of 10, how good were the fireworks?
10 out of 10, of course. We waited 12 hours to see this. It's perfect.
Yeah, good morning to you once again. Good morning to you once again. You can tell it's a bit of an early one here this morning. So yes, look, lots of fun had by people there, and we'll take a live look from the top of Channel 9 in North Sydney. You might actually see that party yacht continuing to go under the Harbour Bridge. We might be a little bit jealous down here. Some people, though, starting the new year the right way with coming down here to watch the sunrise, which is supposed to happen in the next half an hour or so. But looking here, we have this nasty layer of cloud at the moment. So fingers crossed that moves away in the next half an hour so we get to enjoy a beautiful sunrise for the start of 2025. Guys,
Jack,
back to
what
you.
is that situation at the back of your head? Have you literally just rolled out of bed? You haven't brushed your hair.
I don't know.
Straight from the clubs and onto our television
I didn't have time
screens.
to wash my hair.
I think I saw Jack Hahn on the Uber in the way in as I went over the bridge.
I just ran out.
Thank you very much, Jack. Well done this morning. All right, it's set to be another star-studded year for Australian stages with mega pop singers and icons set to perform down under this year. Let's cross live to today's Isabella Stashkovsky, who's in Melbourne for us this morning. Isa, some massive names have been dropped, so take us through who they are.
Lara, we're only a few hours into 2025, but already it's looking like a massive year when it comes to live music. We, of course, love our homegrown talent here in Australia, but we're learning more about the international acts who will be touring down under. We are hearing that we could see AC/DC performing around the country. These would be stadium-style, massive, impressive performances, and we could be expecting those towards the end of 2025, the first time Akadaka would be in Australia in a decade, so that will be very exciting. Bruce Springsteen, of course, had that vocal injury and couldn't come last year. He could now be here as early as next month, potentially February or March. And some exciting news, especially for the girls. Promoters are talking about securing two very big names in the pop world right now. We could potentially see Sabrina Carpenter back down under, as well as Chapel Roan. So some really exciting news for music lovers, Lara, and I'm sure we'll get plenty more international acts and news of international acts as the year goes on.
Bring it on, Izza. Thank you. Let's get the rest of the day's headlines now. It's over to Maggie.
Thank you, Lara. One man is behind bars while another remains on the run in Sydney after a police officer was shot at during a pursuit. Officers responded to an attempted home invasion in Edensor Park. CCTV showing this man ripping off the handle and kicking the front door. A dog squad was also used, then fired at when police gave chase.
This was a very dangerous situation where the lives of our police officers was put at risk. The dog squad officer, as I said, is fortunate not to be injured.
The 20-year-old driver faces 9 charges and will front court today. A woman has been seriously injured after a large tree branch crushed her and 2 family members at Melbourne's Shrine of Remembrance. The 57-year-old was rushed to hospital with upper body injuries. Her 21-year-old son also admitted in a stable condition.
The stump was really big and there were 2 people lying down getting assistance from the ambulance. We're only not far behind him, so we're counting our lucky stars that we weren't there.
The tree and area have been taped off while investigations continue. 4 lives have been lost on Western Australian roads in just 6 hours. 2 cars collided head-on and burst into flames in Lake Clifton, killing both drivers. Before a 26-year-old driver when her X-Trail rolled and a 33-year-old man passed away when he was hit on the road in Osborne Park. This pushes the state's road toll to 186 deaths in 2024, the highest number in 8 years. Severe thunderstorms and heavy rain have smashed communities north of Brisbane in what's been recorded as the heaviest December daily rainfall on record. With emergency alerts issued for the South Burnett, Region Vision shows the streets of Kingaroy transformed into river rapids.
Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that since 2011.
Look at this here. There's a bin washed up.
After more than 120 millimetres of rain in just over 2 hours, locals now left with a huge clean-up effort. 2 teens are on the run this morning after a family were targeted by a group of youths during a daylight robbery in Melbourne's east. The 4 teens breaking into a Mount Albert North home, one armed with a machete before stealing an Alfa Romeo and Audi Q3.
The teenagers, they got a machete and a big hammer, so they went through at the back and cut the fly screen and opened the window and went through.
We felt not safe anymore because it happened so close to us. So we just want to increase some kind of security for us as well.
A 14 and 17-year-old teenager have been charged and released on bail.